back from break and ready to give you another episode of the Sentry Second. I'm Kettle Ballad.
And I'm Haley Sawyer, and we are here to give you all of the stories from the news that you would actually be interested in.
Today will be a quicker show, but it's still full of crazy stories, including a real-life invisibility cloak and a future One Direction book.
And even a screaming goat that sparked an interesting 911 call.
So let's get into the first story of the day. One of Harry Potter's most amazing possessions, the invisibility cloak, is now a reality. Well, kind of. The developers call it a 3D standalone mantle cloak. In the recently released study at the University of Texas, scientists put the new device to the test by covering an 18-inch rod with the cloak. When they beamed microwave lights at the rod, it disappeared.
Ooh. The cloak is made from metascreen, which is this really thin material made from strips of copper attached to a flexible polycarbonate film. Shockingly, devices like this have been made before. Back in 2011, a scientist at the University of Birmingham developed a cloak out of a chunk of crystal. Later that year, a scientist at the University of Texas created a similar garment from carbon nanotubes. So if you're a Harry Potter fan and have access to microwave light, this could be the product for you. Justin Timberlake made 5 fans very happy this past week. The singer tweeted that on Friday that he had signed 5 copies of his latest album, The 2020 Experience, and hidden them in various parts of the country. The tweet that kicked it all off stated, "It's Friday and I ain't got to do. So I placed 5 signed vinyls around the country. Hashtag stay tuned, hashtag finders keepers." The clues were Instagram collages of the area in which each vinyl was hidden in. Whoever found the item had to confirm with a nearby record representative that they were in fact in on the hunt by naming the hashtags Timberlake had used in the clues. Turns out the albums were nestled in Central Park, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, and Memphis.
Now here's a quick Kim Kardashian story. We always talk about her and Kanye, so let's keep up with the tradition here. Well, Kim stopped by The Tonight Show with Jay Leno on Thursday to talk about her pregnancy and shut down rumors about the potential names for her unborn. There's apparently a list, she says. There are K names, but they're not all K names, and North is not on the list. But Kim admitted that she loved the name Easton. East and West. Oh, I really hope they don't go with that one. And there's rumors that it's a baby girl, but it's not official yet.
One Direction fans, rejoice! The band has revealed the name of their new book. Get ready. It will be titled, Where We Are, Our Band, Our Story. The release date has not been mentioned yet, but in the meantime, all you One Directioners have a chance to be involved in the shiny, papery wonder that will be the One Direction book. The band is asking for a 1D-inspired national flag. The boys say that they want to bring the essence of where you are to where we are. The winning artwork will be featured somewhere in the book. Get involved because this is your chance to be in a book that is sure to be on all of the bestsellers lists.
The long-rumored Facebook phone might actually be a real thing soon and make it to the public. Facebook is expected to make an official announcement of the new HTC smartphone, running a special Facebook-centric version of Android this week. Websites leaking this new information include the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, so pretty credible sources. On the other hand, there are rumors saying that Facebook hasn't built a phone but are just partnering with a phone manufacturer to just make an app more accessible. Now, if the Facebook phone is true, it seems like a logical step for a social media site, but is it coming out on the market too late? I've been hearing so many people doubt the website's existence in the next few years.
Last week, a Putnam County, Tennessee resident heard the frightening sound of human screams near her home. The alarmed citizen did not hesitate to call the police. However, when authorities showed up, they found that the screams were not created by a human, but rather a goat. The 2 officers who showed up heard the noises from their cruiser, but upon following them, they discovered a goat tied to a fence post. Apparently, this happens all the time. Goats often get themselves into tricky situations, then proceed to yell. So if you hear some sort of terrified sound, remember to first check if it's a goat before calling 911.
Well, Miley's gone reggae. Not too much of a surprise if you kept up with her and her latest news stories with all the weed smoking and the haircuts. we should have all seen this coming, but here's an extra little twist. She's teamed up with Snoop Lion, actually, and hold on, I know we've covered this story in the past, but the song's officially out now, and it's titled Ashtrays and Heartbreaks, and it's off of Lion's upcoming album, Reincarnated. It's not too offensive unless you're against pot, but Cyrus has done a lot worse things if you consider her recently appearing in an uber raunchy Borgore music video. And Snoop, on the other hand, is busy promoting a new movie and an album.
This has been another edition of the Sentry Second.
Check back every Friday on CentryMedia.com to see our lovely faces.
And thumbs up our Facebook page at RMU Sentry.